We continue today in the third chapter, Mishna Beis, and the Mishna says as follows: Rabbi Chanina Skana Kohanim Omer. Rabbi Chanina, who was the deputy Kohen Gadol, used to say, "Have a mispala b'shlomo shel malchus, always daven for the welfare of the government. Shel molei mora, because if people don't fear the government, ish esrei chaim b'la, people would swallow each other alive." Rabbi Hananya ben Trajan Omer, Rabbi Hananya ben Trajan said, "Shnaim sheyoshin ve'ein beineim divrei Torah." If two people sit together and they don't share words of Torah, harei ze moshav leitzim. Then ultimately, again, this is a gathering of mockers, of fools. Shene'emar over moshav leitzim lo yoshav. Aval shnaim sheyoshin ve'esh beineim divrei Torah. But when two people sit together and they're learning Torah together, shchina shruya beinehem. The shchina resides amongst them. Shene'emar as nidburu yirei Hashem ish are'ehu vayakshev Hashem v'yishma ve'ikaseh b'sefer zichron lefanav v'yirei Hashem lechoshvei shemo. Ainli ala shnayim. So that pasuk teaches me that if two people are sitting together and ultimately they learn that there's reward, what happens? How do I even know that even if one person is sitting by himself and is learning Torah, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu determines great reward for him? Shene'emar yeshev badad v'yidom ki natal alav. The pasuk says, "Let one sit in solitude and be silent, for he has received for it." Incredible. So today we'll focus on the first teaching of Rabbi Hananya ben Skana Kohanim. So Rabbi Hananya, who was the assistant Kohen Gadol, he said as follows. He said, always daven for the welfare of the government, for were it not for the fear of the government, people would swallow each other alive. So he says, Za inyan rotzelomar, the Rabbi Hananya writes, Sheyesh la'adam lehispalal ashlom kol ha'olam, or lehitsta'er b'tza'er shel achirim. V'chin darkan shel tzadikim, k'mo she'amar David alav shalom, she'in la'adam lasos tachnuna bakashal srachav levad. So this is incredible. The Rabbi understands this. Now, just understand, Pashat Pshat is that we should always daven for the benefit of the government. And this is incredibly important because what about if I don't like the policies of the government? I don't think the government is good. Essentially, what the Mishna teaches us is government at least provides some sense of order. Some sense of order. And without a sense of order and without a sense of authority, things would just totally go off the rails. Literally, people would swallow each other alive. So even if I don't like some of the positions or policies of the government, the system of government, the authority of the government keeps certain negative forces in check. But Rabbi Yonah understands from this a little bit of a greater lesson. And the greater lesson is davening for the government represents davening for the welfare of the other. In other words, daven for the welfare of the government so that society will be stable. Why should society be stable? Because a stable society benefits everyone. Or in other words, explains to Rabbi Yonah, part of the message that's being conveyed over here is in life, don't just daven for yourself. And don't just worry about yourself, but rather be constantly and consistently focused on the needs and the wants of others. He says something so beautiful. He says, person shouldn't only daven for their own needs and their own wants, daven for everyone. Daven for all people that they should enjoy a sense of peace and prosperity. Because when there is shalom in the malchus, when there's shalom, when there's peace in the monarchy, it's good for everyone. So Rabbi Yonah says, not only are you davening that the government, should run things correctly, but in essence, what I'm really doing is I'm davening for the other. I'm expressing a concern for the other. Stable government represents stable society, which represents stability in the lives of every single person. Don't just be the kind of individual who is solely focused and absorbed in their own needs, but always make sure to carve out time to daven for the needs of the other as well. Shkayach, we'll stop over here for today.